Welcome to True Sovereignty, where we are mastering our minds so we can reclaim our peace. Yesterday I faced a really big fear that I've had since I was a kid. And that fear is roller coasters.
Good. Put them hands up. Good.
On this channel, we master our minds so we can reclaim our peace. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. Facing your fears will set you free. My entire life, it's always been in the back of my mind I've always wanted to ride a roller coaster. I've always wanted to know what it feels like and to like it and to enjoy it. And I'm a big promoter of facing your fears and stepping outside of your comfort zone. In one of my last videos, it's titled How to Get in a Good Mood Instantly. And one of those things was step outside your comfort zone. That is a good way to instantly get over a fear. But let me tell you what happened. So I had gone to a fair, like a fall fair, a fall festival type of a thing, last weekend. And I rode on some spinny rides. Now, spinny rides don't do me very well. I can start to feel sick pretty easily on them, and I don't find them to be too great. But my friend got me to face that fear of riding spinny rides. And I actually ended up enjoying them. I felt like this rush afterwards, so I had mentioned to the same friend that I was interested in getting over my fear of roller coasters. And there is an amusement park in the area. We kind of live in the middle of nowhere. It's called Knoebels. If you know it, you know it. And I will name the roller coasters that I rode. It's only like 3 roller coasters there, maybe 3.5. And, on the way there, the whole week prior to us planning to go to Knoebels, I was pretty pumped. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ride roller coasters, it's gonna be great. And then I wake up on the morning of, which was yesterday, and I'm just not feeling it. I'm scared out of my mind, so nervous, I'm like dissociating from reality. My friend arrives, he picks me up, and the whole car ride, he said my body language, my behavior was just nervous. I was barely speaking. I was telling him I didn't know if I could do this. Of course, we get there, and the first ride you see is Impulse. It's right there in the parking lot. You can see it. And if you know Knoebels, Impulse is their looping coaster. It's got loops, it's got twists, it's got drops. It's insane. I didn't ride Impulse. Sorry to disappoint you. I didn't end up riding that because it just looked so intimidating. All the coasters looked intimidating. You get into the park and you see the 2 wooden roller coasters they have, and they have pretty big drops. And I'm not gonna lie to you, in terms of drops, I'm a bit of a pussy, so they intimidated me. They're big coasters. They're not small by any means. And obviously they look fast and they're loud because they're wooden. So I'm intimidated. I feel queasy. I just don't feel like I can do it. And my friend, he, of course, tried his best to comfort me and support me. He took me on the rides that we had rode at the fair the previous weekend to kind of get me acclimated to getting my body moved and feeling it. Those rides are like the Tilt-A-Whirl and That one that goes around in a circle and plays loud music. And I find those rides to be pretty fun. So I start getting a little bit more comfortable, a little less nervous. Then we went on Flying Turns, which is actually a bobsled style roller coaster. It's a roller coaster without tracks, and I would say that it's a baby roller coaster. It's really nothing crazy. There's no drops. It's just kind of like helixes or like S-shaped turns. Nothing too crazy. It was fun, you know? I would say it was pretty fun. Then came the big. First, we rode Phoenix because Phoenix is a beginner coaster. At least my friend described it to me as a beginner coaster. And now I do see why. It was definitely more fun than anything. But yeah, of course, I'm cursing. I don't want to be there. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? And then the first drop comes, and it's a little bit intense, not gonna lie, but the rest of it was very fun. So the first intense drop really just got my adrenaline pumping, and then the rest of the ride was just a blast. And I got off, we immediately got back on, which is of course the best case scenario, right? For a roller coaster rider, for a first time roller coaster rider, you want to ride it again. So after the ride, before the ride I was almost in tears, and then after the ride I was also in tears. So I was like crying. I was like, I can't believe I did that. Thank you so much for helping me get on this ride. It was just such a magical experience, so magical. And then of course, we went to Twister, which is their second wooden roller coaster, and it's about double the size of Phoenix. So of course, again, I'm nervous. I have to face another fear, which is a bigger drop. Bigger drop, faster, more intense. So of course, again, I am nervous as hell because I know it's gonna be a different experience. It's gonna be similar, but it's gonna be still different. And I'm proud to say that I enjoyed it again. And it was obviously more intense, but I said this to my friend, I was like, it's like intense, but it's a good intense. And he got a kick out of that. Because he said he's never heard anyone say that before. But it's the truth. It's intense, but it's good. Like now I actually enjoy the stomach dropping feeling, which I never really liked as a kid. I did like flume rides and baby coasters when I was a kid, and I really didn't enjoy that feeling as a child, probably because I was small and I was scared. But now as an adult, I guess I'm more acclimated to more intense experiences. You know, after traveling the world and just doing a bunch of different things. I'm, you know, like scuba diving, you know, experiencing like 7-foot high waves on a boat. I've just experienced some crazy shit. And I think I'm just a little bit more acclimated to adrenaline pumping experiences, which is really cool. So that's why I think I was able to actually enjoy it and just let go. I think there were so many spiritual coincidences that I experienced in this experience, and I'll tell you a couple of them. As we were walking around the park, I think we walked around the park for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. First we had to wait for rides to open, and then of course we were riding the little rides. That entire time I was seeing the number 33, and this is gonna get a little spiritual. Feel free to leave if that's not your vibe. I get it. But I've been seeing the number 33 or 333 my entire life, and I never knew what the reason was. But I saw it at the park a lot of times, on shirts, on clocks, on my phone. And something was telling me that the universe was supporting me and that I was going to be okay. And then the next one is that my first coaster is called the Phoenix. And of course, the Phoenix represents rebirth and rising from the ashes. And to me, that was just so symbolic that my first ever roller coaster, my first ever large roller coaster, was called the Phoenix. It was like I was reborn. So there's really not much of a point to this video other than I want you to face your fear. Think of something that you really want to do, but you're afraid to do. I think my next fears that I would love to face are like skydiving, base jumping, a loopy roller coaster like Impulse, which is also at Knoebels, and maybe other parks like Hershey Park, Six Flags. I would just love to dabble a little bit more into different types of roller coasters. Obviously, I'm still a little scared, but ultimately, I think I will enjoy them. And if I don't enjoy them, they're not that long. So, but yeah, now I'm more confident. I'm more confident in myself. I'm euphoric. I feel like nothing can bring me down. I feel like I can do more than I previously had thought that I could do. I always had this story in my mind: you don't like roller coasters. You are not a roller coaster person. You are not a ride person. You don't like rides. They make you feel bad. And I always told myself that story in my mind. And I've had friends that tried to get me on coasters a ton of times, and I always chickened out. And I just thought in my mind, life is so short. We don't have much time. And if I'm lying on my deathbed wishing I rode a fucking roller coaster, oh my God. If it's something that's in your mind and you can't get rid of it, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. And at the end of the day, a lot of the fears that we have, they're not elongated. Like something like skydiving or base jumping. They only take a few minutes. Then of course, if a fear that you have takes more than a few minutes, well, again, it's only temporary. Or it only has to be temporary if that's what you want. Like if it's your dream to move to another country for a year, but you're terrified, just know that it's only for a year. And yeah, a year can be a long time, but before you know it, it's gonna be over. Everything in life that you choose to do, that you choose to face, is gonna be temporary, number one. So if you don't like it, it's gonna end eventually. Number one. Number two, when it's over, you will be a new person. You will be a new human being. You will feel like you are on top of the world, that you could do anything. Even if it's like the stupidest little thing, like riding a little spinny ride. Even last week, after I rode those spinning rides, even then I felt more confident and euphoric because it had been years since I had gotten on a ride. And again, I was telling myself the story that I didn't like them. And it's like, I did it, I liked it, and I'm like, what the fuck? That story was made up. I made that story up so I didn't have to face my fear. So just think of it like this. If you want to face a fear, just say to yourself, the only reason I have this fear is because I'm telling myself a story. I'm telling myself that I'm afraid. But the ultimate truth at the end of the day is that's a lie. It's a made-up story that I made up in my mind. And the truth is, I don't actually know if I'm afraid of it. The truth is, you're more afraid of the fear. You're more afraid of waiting in line for a coaster. You're more afraid of what it could feel like. You're paranoid. There's a spider here, sorry. It's coming at me. You're more afraid. It's more scary before you actually face the fear. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. And ain't that the truth? You only live once. Life is very short. It's shorter than we think it. It's shorter than we think it is. It's shorter than it feels in the moment. So do it. Do something. Step outside your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be a phobia, but it could be something that you've just been putting off because you're afraid of how it might make you feel. So I'm telling you today, take this as your sign to face a fear, and you will see yourself differently. You will see yourself differently. You'll see yourself as a brand new person. The perspective you have of yourself is going to shift. It's going to shift in a good way. Bravery is not no fear. Bravery is doing something in spite of the fear that you have. So be brave. Prove to yourself that you are brave and strong. And it's going to affect your life in such a positive way. And if you continue to do things that you think that you can't do, you're going to be unstoppable. Nothing can fuck with you. You are unstoppable. The only thing stopping you from doing what you want to do is you. So get the fuck out of your own way. Get out of your mind and just do it. I can't promise you that you will enjoy whatever you're doing, whatever you're fearing, but I can promise you that the aftermath will be euphoric and life-changing and incredible. You will be high on life. I promise you. I faced many fears in my life, and every time it's always the same sensation. This time this is probably the biggest fear I've ever faced in my life. And I'm still high. Even though it was yesterday, 24 hours ago, I'm still high on life. And even when the high kind of goes away, I know in my heart that I did something that I was afraid of, and that a lot of people are afraid of, and that a lot of people can't handle. And I enjoyed it. Roller coasters are also symbolic because you're letting go. You're letting go of control. Yesterday, I let go of control. I'm big on control. I don't like being out of control of my body. And this time, I let go of control. I just let go. I let life happen. I let gravity take me, and it turned out to be okay. And even if I didn't end up liking it, I still did it. And that's all that matters. All that matters is that you do it. So don't limit yourself. If you feel depressed, if you feel down about life, or if you feel like there's no purpose, or that you're doing something wrong, go outside your comfort zone, because outside of your comfort zone is where life truly is. If you're constantly running back to your comfort zone, you're not living your life. So if you're depressed that something's not happening now, or that you don't have exactly the life that you want or what you want, how you will get what you want is stepping out of your comfort zone, whatever that is for you. It could simply just be social anxiety. You don't like talking to people, strangers. Do it. Baby steps, right? I went on the little tiny rides first before I went on the big rides. Baby steps. I went on the smaller roller coasters first before I went on the big ones. And I have yet to do a loop roller coaster. that's next, because I was so drained from all the adrenaline and all the fear and the emotional roller coaster that I couldn't gain the courage to go on impulse. I was just too exhausted. Next time, and I hope I like it. But if I don't, it's only about a minute. It only lasts about a minute, so it won't be too bad. Anyway, if you like this type of content, please give me a like, share and subscribe, and please, I would love for you to comment down below a fear that you have faced in your life that set you free. Tell me about it. Tell others about it, because you don't know this, but you could inspire somebody to face their fear. Be that for somebody today. Help somebody in the comments below. Not only are you helping somebody possibly in the comments below by telling your fear story, but interacting with my videos can help this video get out to other people, to help other people finally start living their lives. Because I truly believe that things like depression, dissociation, feeling numb, it comes from the fact that you're not challenging yourself. Challenge yourself. Do hard things every day, and you will be rewarded physically, possibly materialistically, but you will also be rewarded mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You will level up. So thank you for watching my video. I'm honored. One of my videos about solitude got at this point, over 300 views, and I think it helped me gain about 15 subscribers. So thank you so much. I am honored. I'm so honored that you want to listen to me, and that I'm helping you, and that my words can be of some type of value to you. I'm honored. I'm speechless, honestly. I don't know what else to say, except that I'm honored. So thank you so much for watching, for listening, for understanding. If you disagree with anything I say, please do so. You don't have to walk on eggshells with me, just do so respectfully. And I hope to continue seeing you in my comment section. Tell me that you're here. Say hello. Please find peace. Take a walk in the woods. Have a good day.